Hello, welcome to Wool and Wine Podcast. This is episode 27, and it is September 14th, and a beautiful sunny day.
Yeah, we got fall weather coming, and I'm so happy.
Yes. I'm Janet.
And I'm Claudia. And Tammi is off running around the world somewhere over in Europe. So this is going to be without her today.
Yes, and it's been a little while because both Claudia and myself have traveled too a little bit. And so this is the first chance we've gotten. We got some lovely finishes and whips that we want to show you. So so excited to be here today.
And look, we're kind of matchy-matchy. It was not intentional.
Right?
But it's fun.
Yes.
And we are in Beaver Creek, Ohio.
Yes.
Filming today, and it's outside of Dayton, Ohio. And welcome back, and to our new viewers, we're super happy to have you.
Yes, and thanks for all your beautiful comments as usual.
Yeah.
Enjoy reading them so much.
Yeah.
So, without further ado,
what are we wearing? And we're going to do a little different format. So I think after I talk about what I'm wearing, we're going to show a little video clip so you can see how it really falls.
Yes, but before we even start that,
Silly us.
Silly us. We don't want to forget the wine because we're going to share a beautiful wine at the end.
Yes.
Cheers. So grab yourself something to drink and
buckle in.
Buckle in.
Not that it's going to be anything that crazy, but it's just a normal podcast today. So I'll tell you what I'm wearing. And this is the Be Beautiful by
Pia Trans.
Pia Trans. Sorry, Pia, I forgot your name. Anyway, I made it out of the Cascade Ultra Pima in the teal colorway, and I'll try to show you a little bit up close. This has a beautiful ribbing on the bottom. And then it has some cute little bees on the back. So hopefully you can see those.
Yes.
And let's see, I don't think I did any modifications. I thought about putting them on the sleeve, putting some bees on the sleeve, but I didn't. I was just getting to the point where I am done. I want to get this finished. Call it quits.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It looks so pretty with the pants, as you'll see in the video.
Yeah, I got white pants. You know, white goes with everything. Mm-hmm. And what about you, Miss Janet?
I am wearing the Alberta Sunshine by Sandra Baza. And to show you, we'll be seeing the video too.
Yeah. Pretty sweater though.
So I finished this. I know I've worked on this for several episodes, and I showed it, but I didn't show it actually wearing it. So this will be the first time you get to see me wearing it. And I used the Expression Fiber Arts yarns, and the yarn for the stripes is the Amazonite, and it's pearlescent silk fingering. And then I have the Laguna colorway and the sock fingering Expression Fiber Arts, and all the details. This is another thing I want to make sure we mention before we get too far into this, is everything that we talk about we'll have in our show notes. So if you ever have questions, just go to the show notes and you'll find all the details there.
Right. So. And this is my finished object. I don't have any other finishes. Janet,
so beautiful. I have two finishes today.
Yes.
And I'm really excited to show you.
It's exciting.
So, the first one I have is the Corran Cardigan by Rebecca Clow, the Crayabea. And here it is. And you could either do the V-neck or the round neck. And I did the round neck on this. And show you the little buttons that match.
That's so cute. I love that yarn too.
So really pretty sweater. I really like it. I made the size 40 and 3/4 inches. And it's a nice fitting sweater. I would not want to put something very heavy underneath because I could have made it the next size up to give it a little more room inside, but I just love it. It's just so pretty.
It is very pretty. Yeah. And you'll see a video of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it's gorgeous. And yeah.
So, and then the yarns that I used are the Knit Picks Gloss Fingering, and it's in the colorway River Rock. And it's just a really soft a wool yarn that is non-superwash.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that's gonna be one of my Rhinebeck sweaters.
Yeah, mine's too. Still have to fix my button band. I think I'm gonna take the buttonholes out. I'm gonna redo it and take the buttonholes out because I just don't see myself ever closing it. And so, yeah.
I saw a podcast, I don't remember which one it was, and she did not put the buttons on there, and it was just so cute without.
Yeah, so I lost the buttons that Tammi gave me, so that's a good excuse.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I said, I found one of the buttons, but I don't know what happened to the other three, so that's okay. I think I'm just going to take the button, do the button band without any buttonholes and call it good. I think it'll be nice.
Yeah, so either way, looks really good. I like to button a couple buttons.
Yeah.
But I like it without buttoning too. So.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful pattern.
It is. It's a very pretty pattern. Yeah. It's one of those things you kind of wear and you feel a little bit more fancy, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, It's nice. I love it. Good job.
So do I.
And you have one more. I can see it over there.
Okay, the next one I have is the Abydos top by Lily Kate France.
Wow. This yarn is just
Here
amazing.
it is. I know.
I love that.
Love this.
It's got so much color in it.
Yes. Hold it up here so you can kind of see it a little bit. I noticed on previous episodes, I tend to show things a little fast, and so they don't really get time to focus in. So hopefully, if not, you'll be able to see the video.
Yeah.
Of me wearing it. So the yarns I used for the main color was the Mirasol Llama Una in the colorway Catmint. And then for, let's see, what did I use on this? Was the Drops Kids Silk Mohair in colorway Dark Purple.
Just gorgeous.
So I made a couple of modifications on this sweater. I decided about, I don't know, halfway, 3/4 of the way through, I started to do some decreases because I didn't want it to be quite as puffy when it got closer to my hand. So I did decrease the stitch. The next thing I want to show you, oh, I already showed that one, is a new project that I've been working on, and it is called The Sommerknus by Elsebeth Judith.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And
Oh, you want me to hold that?
I got it. Okay, so here it is. Oh, that's the back. I can see the. Here's the front.
I like the way it looks in that yarn.
Yes, and the yarn that I'm using is the Hobbii Rainbow Bamboo in colorway copper.
That is gorgeous.
And here's what the label looks like. And here's the yarn. So this is a fun, quick knit. Because you're just doing these sections, one section at a time of something different. And so then you're knitting and then you finish the section and
And then you get to start something new.
different. And so it's a lot of fun. So on this one you have a choice whether you want to do a neckline or not, but obviously I'm putting a neckline in. Because the neck's big. It's very big. So, but it's going to be a nice, cool, lightweight sweater.
Yeah, I like that yarn.
So.
It's got a nice drape to it. And I like that a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, so if it's really hot in Rhinebeck, I may be wearing this.
I have one too. I'll wear with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, having fun with that.
Yeah, that's pretty. I like it. Okay, am I up next? Okay, so I'm also, I have a sweater. It's called Souk Moon, and I can't really figure out how to pronounce. It's AEGYO knit. AGO or something. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm probably
Put that on the
butchering.
screen right now.
Yeah, there you go. And so I was watching a podcast, Danish Musings, and she had this on, and I thought, oh my gosh, that is so cute. And I've had this yarn that I did a swatch for a while ago, and so I decided that is going to be perfect. So I am using the Juniper Moon Farms Patagonia Organic Merino, and I have also in the colorway Anthracite, and I'll show you, and then Drops Kid Silk in the colorway Blue Wind. And I'm holding them together, and I think I might have shown you a swatch in past episodes, but this is how it's looking.
Wow, that's so pretty.
Yeah.
Those
I'm
colors together and the fuzziness.
Yeah, oh my gosh, this mohair is super fuzzy. But I think these two colors together are fun. And this is the main color. It's a Patagonia Merino wool, like I said, and this is Anthracite. And so it's really, really a dark gray. And then this is the Drops Alpaca Silk in the colorway, what did I say? Blue Wind. And it's really pretty. It's got, I don't know if you can see, it has a little bit of twisted, what are those called? The main,
Like the main core.
the core, yeah, it's twisted. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I never would have thought that it would come out like this.
Yeah.
It kind of looks almost like a navy blue background, right?
It's really neat how it gives that really cool effect of almost like a, it almost looks like a raised,
Oh yeah, yeah, like a welt.
a welt almost, like a raised welt. But I think it'll probably come out as,
Yeah.
as more of a
Blocking
a
after.
block after blocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll lay
Oh,
flat.
that is just so pretty.
Yeah, and let's see. I think I'm doing a size 46 in that. I didn't want it to be super huge, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be pretty. I'm anxious to see
I
that.
can't wait to
done.
see this done. Oh yeah, yeah. It's funny because I don't know about you, but I'll see a pattern and I just fall in love with it, and I go, oh well, I can't do it now because I've got too many other things on my needles, and then I put it off and put it off and put it off, and then I never do it because something else comes up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, that definitely happens to me too.
Yeah, and so when I saw this sweater, I said, I'm not putting it off, I'm just going to start it. Mm-hmm. And so I did, and super happy that I did. Yeah. So I'm trying to think if I did any changes here. No, I don't think I did.
It is kind of funny because I will kind of be thinking like, okay, I may buy a pattern, or, I've bought several patterns I haven't made yet. But besides that, I don't know, spontaneously at the moment when usually right after I cast something off, I want to go ahead and cast something on.
Yeah, yeah.
And then at the time, it kind of is, what do I want to work on now? And then
Yeah.
I come up with something, and then I start working on it.
And it might not be one of those things that you fell in love with a long time ago.
Right. It's like something new that just came out.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which brings me to my next project, which is the Solare by Hobbii Locatelli. This is a pattern that Tammi started. Mm-hmm.
And she's probably finished by now.
Oh, certainly she is. But hers is so gorgeous. Mm-hmm. And I did a swatch a while back on it, and then I decided, you know what? Without further delay, and you have one that you've started on also.
Just this month of it.
Yeah, well, that's about as far as I've gotten on. So I wanted to get it on the needles, and so. First of all, okay, so I'll show you how much I've done. It's not very much. It's just a little bit. I just did the little neckline. So there we go. And so I've used this Brooklyn Tweed Arbor and the colorway Ranier, and held it with this Hobbii. Yes. Let's get this right. Hobbii and Sage Melange.
Wow, those
The
are beautiful
colorway.
together.
So, it doesn't give you a real, like a mohair, but it gives you a little bit of fuzziness without it being really fuzzy. So, I really like that, and I think for this particular sweater, it's going to be really nice for the cabling work on this. So, and I just love this color.
It looks really
And
nice
so-
with that.
Yes, it really goes well with it.
It really does. Gives it some depth.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really pretty. It changes it slightly, the color slightly.
Yeah, it has a little bit
Just
of like
makes it a little bit
like
more
a
bluish green almost.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
So, yeah, so I just got the little neckline done, ready to start short rows, and then I get into the cables. So
Yeah, I started mine too. I didn't bring it today because I haven't really done much work on it. But I'm using Rowan felted tweed.
oh,
And
that'll
hot,
be
it's sort
pretty.
of like a hot pink. I hope it's has enough substance for the cables, though. I'm kind of concerned that the cables aren't going to pop as much because it's not a super heavy yarn. So I don't know. I haven't. As soon as I do some cables, I think I will know better. Maybe I'll put
Right.
some mohair or something with it. I don't know. Yeah, it's always a
Yeah.
process. Sometimes you just have to play around with
Right.
it and decide what works for you. Yeah, so let's see. I don't have any more whips with me.
Either do I. So
You
we're-
know?
we have the same amount
Woohoo!
of whips today.
Woohoo! This is working out well today.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So, but I do have some dream knitting.
Oh yeah,
Where I
always.
yeah. So I'm going to talk about some things
Yeah.
in the pipeline that is just stuff that, once again, it's like, I really want to do this, and what would go well with this yarn? It's like I have yarns that I want to use, and sooner rather than later. So then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pick a pattern for this. So that's kind of how my thinking is
Yeah. Well.
right now. I don't have all these set concrete plans of things I'm gonna do this winter and
Yeah.
fall. And
Yeah. Well, I've got stuff on the needles from last winter that I haven't done anything with. So, anyway.
yeah, I have a lingering whip too, but
So last time I talked as one of my next knits, and after I finish my Abydos, I promise I'm going to put it on the needles. And that's the Modern Mocs, and it is by Bekah Knits or Bekah Knits, and I am planning on using this Hue Me. It's just something I got it. I think it.
oh, and this is a really popular yarn right now, this
Is
You
it?
and Me, because Leslie Friend has this shrug that she makes. It's like a friend-to-friend shrug, I think it's called. And she uses this Hue and Me yarn
Really?
for that.
Well, it's
So
it's 80% acrylic, 20% wool. And this is going to be the sole of the shoe because I figured with it acrylic it was going to hold up better, and being so heavy, it's going to be a pretty tight gauge. So that's I guess I should stand up here and show you guys. This is the Hue and Me. 2 of Wands, it says at the top. That must be the brand. But that's the sole of the shoe, of the moccasin, and this is going to be the body. And this is Lanaloft worsted weight. It's 100% wool. And I made a Felix out of this, and I still have a skein left, so I thought this would be a good thing to use with that.
Oh, yeah. Those are really pretty.
And then I think I'm going to use this dark, so that sort of has a piping on it.
Ah.
And I think I'm going to use this dark brown for the piping. So I think that's going to be a really fun
Oh,
combination.
yeah.
That'll be a fun combination. So, yeah, that's. I hope I get it on the needle.
I know, right?
There's always something better.
We're all anxious to see those.
I know. I had a couple comments. People were like, "Oh, we want to see those." So,
Yes.
yeah, it'll be fun. I think hopefully it's a quick knit.
Yes. I mean, I have some things in my head that I purchased a couple patterns, Hobbie's patterns actually, and one of them was these little footy
Oh yeah.
socks. So I really want to start on those.
Yeah.
Like, how long would those take? I don't know.
Right.
Size 1 needle.
As long as it's not a size 1, you're okay.
Yeah. So we'll see.
So what are you?
But
I'm looking at
yeah.
the swatches over here. She's got a gorgeous swatch. I don't know if she's going to talk about that.
okay, so the first little swatch I have here is to make the Wilfrida by, don't know how to say her name, so I just, it's on the screen. And here's the swatch for that sweater. And it just so happens that it worked out beautifully with the size US 10 needle. And it's a DK Brooklyn Tweed in colorway Mesa. And I think it's going to be so pretty because if you saw in the picture, she had this beautiful orange sweater. And I had this yarn and I thought, oh, this will be really nice in the Brooklyn Tweed Arbor.
Yeah.
So looking forward to getting that on the needles.
Yeah.
And getting that done quickly with it being such a big gauge.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a pretty color. Yeah. Well,
Oh, what do you have in there?
and I know I've shown this to you before, and I swear it's the second thing on my needles. But I have to tell you, I have been kind of going back and forth on color. And I know I was thinking about the green, and then I said, no, I'm just going to do off-white. And then I go, oh no, that's kind of boring.
All those colors are pretty together.
So what I did is I got some yarn from Pearl Soho. It's a mohair, and I'm holding it
That's pretty.
with the Islager EcoSoft off-white, and because I just thought just a slight bit of color would really be nice, and so I had to do my swatch, and it does just adds a slight bit of peach to it, and I think that really makes a big difference, makes it pop a little bit more.
Oh yeah. So now what pattern was this?
Oh, I'm sorry. The Robinia by Ann Wenzel. And so yeah,
Oh,
this will go up, this will be up by the neckline, and then this will be the basic.
okay. So you're gonna do. Oh yeah, that'll add some beautiful color. So then, what color? What other are you?
This is
using
the
blue with
blue.
or the green? The green color.
No, the blue. It's going to go with the blue, and I'm using the Cascade Yarns Oreo Tweed in navy. And so you can
Beautiful.
see these are just going to be, I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be really pretty. And I'm anxious to get this on the needles too, so.
Right. I
Along
know.
with everything else, it's like, gets overwhelming.
It does.
It
It
really
does.
does.
It does. It can
I want
be.
this. I want it right now. But fortunately, this has a, I think the gauge is 16, so it should be a little faster knit. I find myself picking things that have a larger gauge.
Yeah, bigger needles and
Yeah.
fewer stitches.
Right. So something that doesn't take too long. Right, what else do you have dreamed of? Oh, what do you have sitting there, Janet? I know I saw something gorgeous.
So I am looking at making the Monday sweater by Petite Knit. And here is the beautiful swatch.
I saw that swatch and I'm like, what are you going to do with that? That's gorgeous.
So there's this beautiful yarn that Claudia gifted me for a beautiful Christmas present. And look at this.
Yeah, when I saw that, it had Janet written all over it.
Yes. And this is the Sheepy Shire And the colorway is Go Fig or Go Home. What a cute name.
It is.
So I had purchased this good wool in the colorway Lemon Meringue. And this is Pearl Soho. And here's the tag. I thought this would be so pretty together, so I've been anxious for quite some time now to knit up a swatch. And the Monday sweater is a beautiful, just kind of a plain,
Very simple.
simple sweater. And so after making this swatch, I'm like, okay, I need to get this on the needles now because this is just too fun to work with.
Oh, it's so pretty.
So that's in my dream knitting to get on the needles really soon. So I've got lots of projects in my future.
I do too. Yeah, I just kind of roll my eyes so tight because I just keep finding more and more and more and more.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have that much time, so I have to decide what I feel like at the time when I'm ready to cast something on. What's my mood?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the way I feel. Like, you know, I can try to plan things out, but then it's like, best plan is kind of spur of the moment at the time. What do I want to do right now?
And that's what Tammi seems to do. Do you notice that?
Mm-hmm.
She just decides, I don't know, she just decides on a sweater, picks it up and starts knitting it. I don't even think she has a long list of things she wants to do. I just think she picks it as she goes, and I like that.
Yes, I do too. I do too.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, knitting's supposed to be fun, so that's the way I want to keep it. It's
Yeah,
doing
me
something
too.
fun, something I want to make at the time,
Right,
and
yeah.
enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. I get that.
So.
I'm the same way. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to have to do something. I just want to do it because I want it. Yeah. So anyway. Well,
So, is that all we have? I think it is. And
actually, no.
oh no! Oh, we have some acquisitions. Woo!
So I decided I might need an extra skein of the peach that I'm going to use for my Robinia, and this is the Pearl Soho Tussock, and this color is called Tea Rose. I'm not sure I see tea in it, or rose,
Right.
but it's gorgeous.
It is. It's like
And
a peach.
yeah, and so I kind of went crazy. And this is another color, and I have been eyeing this color for a very long time, and it's not really coming up to well, that might be closer to what it really looks like. And this is a colorway Golden Lichen. And it's just, and the shine in this yarn, oh my gosh, let's see it. The content is, where is it? Oh, 60% superfine kid mohair and 40% silk. And so maybe it's the extra silk in there that's giving it that sheen.
Beautiful sheen.
And then I bought, it's alizarin orange, same tussock yarn, and that is a gorgeous color. And then I told you I went crazy. And then I bought the nickel blue. And mostly I bought this because I have some yarn, what's that unspun yarn that comes in the cakes?
Oh,
Yeah, you guys probably know what I'm talking
Honer. I'm thinking Honer Air. whatever the name of the company.
Honer Rocker.
Honer
Yeah,
Rocker.
but I can't remember.
Newtoden.
Golly. So I was going to use this kid silk, this color with the Newtoden, but since I'm using it on my other sweater, on my Souk Moon, I decided I needed to buy some some more to go
Right.
with that. But now, so Tammi really got excited about the Instant Crush by Hobbii Locatelli. And gee, these colors would be gorgeous in that sweater. I mean, seriously, look at those. Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You
Yeah.
need to make one
So
of those.
I may end up making that sweater because I just, and I, you know what? And even I love these, just these two together, just by themselves. But I have no, you know, I bought them because they were on sale. I have no plans what I'm doing with them. So
Some beautiful yarn.
Yeah.
That would make a beautiful sweater.
it really would, all the colors together. Hmm. I've been trying to be
Yes.
good and not buy too much, but I really do love mohair, and I really love using it with stuff. So, so yeah. So
Yeah, speaking of yarn, in a couple days,
oh yeah, that's right.
on this weekend, we have the Wool Gathering, which is a local yarn festival and sheep and wool right here in Yellow Springs, which is close by.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Claudia and I will probably go.
Might have to be careful with our purchases, though. Since we're going, especially since we're going to Rhinebeck,
Yes.
which I'm excited about.
Yeah. Really
Yeah.
excited. Me too.
Yeah, we've never been up there, so that's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting to see what the weather's like. You know, we may not be able to wear some of our heavy stuff or our lightweight stuff, so depends. We'll see.
No, we don't know, so we'll have to come prepared with both.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Oh.
So, anything
Well,
else?
I think I'm getting thirsty.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, we're going to drink some of that lovely wine that Janet has, so. Okay. Right, here we are.
Yeah, we have this delicious Cabernet Sauvignon adaptation from Napa Valley. And I tell you what, it is delicious.
It's very good. We had a little preview at the beginning.
We did. And it has our usual characteristics of being definitely on the bold side.
It's really very good. Lots of lots of cherry.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, it's more tannic, more dry, and it's kind of in the middle of the soft and acidic side on this one. Cherry, red fruit, raspberry. That's what kind of what the characteristics say here in Vivino. Oak, vanilla, and chocolate.
yeah. My palate's not as sophisticated as other people's.
So mine's not really either.
But I always get cherry or blackberry or plum, you know, the really dark fruits.
Uh-huh.
When I go to whites, I'm kind of lost, except for Sauvignon Blanc because it's generally so acidic. And
I think because this is a little bit more softer, that it makes it really easy to drink. It's just
yeah, this is one of these. Yeah, for sure.
like you don't have to have food with like a lot of times, you know, you want to have some food with it. And this one, no, you don't need food
No
with
food
it. It's just really
required.
fruity and
Oh man,
really, really a tasty wine.
it is very, very good. Yeah, I might get some tobacco. Did they say anything about tobacco?
Nope.
See, I told you my palate wasn't.
It's
that good.
there's leather and it's earthy. So maybe
Earthy
earthy
or
would be
cocoa.
earthy. Cocoa could be the
Yeah, I could
tobacco-y.
talk myself into that one. Tell me what I should be tasting, and I'll see if I taste it.
yeah. It
I
has
just am really not.
licorice, some fig, prune, raisin.
Well, I don't really care what it has.
Yeah,
It
it's
just
like-
tastes really good.
Yeah, this is just a really nice.
Yeah, good drinking
Delicious
wine. Easy drinking. A steak would be really nice with it, though. Wouldn't it? Yeah.
And we've had this wine a couple times, us ladies, when we're knitting. When we go to our knitting in the afternoon, we go to a place where we knit and we have some wine and have our lunch. And, And we've had this wine and really like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we talked about Zincs before. Yeah, that's where we usually go to for our knitting, one of our knitting days. And
right.
Sometimes we need a little help, pick me up if we get into some complicated issues or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
much fun.
So how was Chicago?
Oh, it was so much fun. So my sister has up in Antioch. She's on, it's called the Chain of Lakes or something like that. And they're on Chain Lake. And so they had jet skis and they had a boat. And so we did the jet skis through the different lakes.
Fun.
And they all have the chains in between. So it's like you have your slow time and then you hit the gas and you get to the next lake.
And if somebody's on the back, they're gone.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. And it was a beautiful sunny weekend.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So, and then you went to
I was in
Colorado.
Denver. My brother and his wife live there, and it was a really nice visit. But the reason I was there is they lost their son in December of last year to a hit and run, and so we had a memorial for him that weekend, and I think it was very healing, and at least I hope so. It's such a sad story. I mean, that was just a part of it, and his wife was in the hospital getting stem cell transplant for leukemia, and they'd lost another friend 3 months beforehand. So 2022 was a really bad year.
And he was young too, right?
He was young. Just got married. So anyway, sorry. Don't mean to be a Debbie Downer.
Yeah, don't want to be that. But at the same time,
Yeah, I mean, we went to see the dinosaur steps on Dinosaur Ridge. That was cool. And then one day we went for a walk around Red Rocks and saw the history. And I did not know this, but Red Rocks was part of the CCC from the 40s or 30s because of the Depression. And so they built Red Rocks. It was and it's a really cool place. I don't know if you've ever been there, but they have concerts there every single day.
Wow, every day?
Yeah. Yeah, they have. They have
that would
a
be a great
museum.
place to go for a concert.
Oh, it would. Yeah, they have a museum there, and it shows how the progression of the numbers of acts that they have there, and it's really quite a place. So if you're ever out in Denver, I would recommend going to see it. So
excellent.
Yeah. So if you're still with us, if you haven't said I've had enough. Thanks for hanging in here with us. And if you can't be with the wine you love, love the wine you're with. Yeah, we got that. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.